everyone, this is Simrex, and welcome back to the Minecraft Freestyle Survival Guide. I hope everybody is doing good today. Today, we are going to be blowing some things up. I already made a test TNT duplicator and blew up a lot. I also blew up several TNT duplicators. Made a little progress on that. Actually died and lost all the stuff I was carrying because a creeper fell from up there and blew me up. So come back down a few times, died. Finally come back down, was going to get my stuff, and another creeper fell down and blew up and destroyed all the stuff that was on the ground. So I had to take a trip to the end to get a new set of elytra. Anyway, today we're building, I guess, a TNT powered concrete converter to convert our powder into concrete automatically for us, and then we're going to use TNT to break it all and blow it up. I think I have everything I need over here, and I'm going to have to tear all that mess down where I was testing this. We're going to start right here. This is where our TNT is going to come and get destroyed. So let's go ahead and eat, not place water, eat, and then we'll get on this. Just going to start this out with as many hoppers as I can. And we're going to put them all facing into a centralized area down here, probably off to the side a little bit. We'll face them into that one. So I need to fill up this entire hole with hoppers. And actually, I think we need to dig this hole down one deeper, because we're going to need to place some water sources in here. And I was about to make a bunch more hoppers, but I changed my mind, guys. We're going to have a row of hoppers there. We're going to fill this part back in and just put all our water sources going into those hoppers. Okay, so I went ahead and made that one wider, so it's 9 wide, so I can have a central spot here to pillar up to. So now we get to the fun part. Okay, I fill it up maybe 12, 13 blocks in the air, and that's where we're going to start this thing. Let's get a little smooth stone out here and kind of just come back a block, or maybe over a block. We're going to start our TNT duplicator right here with L. Okay, so an L, not a T. That was my fault, guys. Alright, so let's see if I can remember how to do this right. So now we're going to need a coral fan and a piece of TNT. Our TNT needs to go there. Our coral fan needs to go there. Okay, so I had the wrong block there. I need a coral fan. I had something else. So your coral fan's going to go there, and it's going to die, which is fine. I need to make myself a little bit of space. I'm going to put your TNT right here. We get that out. That was not TNT. TNT there, and then a piece of wall or fence on top of that. Okay, and then we're going to build our way around the side here and take out some of the stuff around the TNT, so we don't need that there. We'll take that one out too. And then we need another L shape off the side of this wall block. A detector rail facing north-south right there. Just like that, with a minecart on top of it. Then off of here, we need to build out a couple blocks. And we're going to take this middle block right here out, grab our sticky piston we have, aim at the top like that. And then they should be good to test out, because I want to see how everything down there is going to react. And I've fallen once again. Okay, so that for now is just going to get a lever. And we're going to go ahead and tear out this platform down here, because we don't want to blow any of this up and then blow up our TNT duplicator, because that's unfortunately what happens if it's too close. And we don't want anything landing on that. So we're going to take that out a little bit. And hopefully our TNT won't land on it. We should have a working TNT duplicator now. There we go. So that flew off to the side. Let's go ahead and throw some more TNT down there, because I want to make sure our hoppers are going to survive all this, and they did not. Alright, so we got this part set up. Now we need to figure out this bottom part and make sure our hoppers actually survive. And to do that, I think I have an idea. What we'll do is we'll dig our hoppers down one block deeper, and then hopefully we can shield them with some obsidian. The big question is, I have one piece of obsidian over here, so let me go over to the base and grab some obsidian. And hopefully what we can do is right here we can place, nope, can't be right there because it's going to block all our items from getting into our hoppers. So it would have to be right here. Place a row of obsidian. And hopefully that will protect our hoppers and keep them from getting destroyed. Let's see what it does now. Alright, we've got hoppers. Now let's take some more obsidian and build up around the sides here. Hopefully that'll contain everything and keep everything safe. So I'm worried about now is blowing up these outer walls. So I was thinking about making the concrete and having a row of pistons push it down into here, and then having some kind of sensor up there that'll make that thing work when our concrete gets down to here. So I think we might have this part sorted. We should be able to put a piston line right here. And if we make a way to fire that real quick, we can test and make sure we've got the right distance. Let's just build up something temporary here. We probably need a repeater. Okay, so now we've got our piston just going crazy. We're going to crouch down here. Okay. We could probably go one block back. Because what we don't want to do is accidentally lock up our machine here. So let's get our cobblestone back out and test this again. Okay, on 13 it locks up. That's what we want. We've got the whole full distance right here. Alright, we can take all this down because this was just for testing purposes. Alright, so now we need... Where did we decide? I don't remember. I should have left that piston in place. 12, 13. Is it right here? Or right here? Okay, so we'll leave that piston in place. We'll just take the rest of it out. That way I know where we're going. Okay, so we need a row of pistons right here. There we go. And then we need a place to place the concrete and have it automatically converted into, or place the concrete powder and have it converted. So we need to stop it right here. We'll use a piece of obsidian for that. Okay. And we're going to need another piston somewhere up here to push it that way. So probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the 13th there. And then we won't need that obsidian there because it'll stop automatically. Alright, so I think I've got what we're going to do with that part set up. Now we need to set up a circuit so that when our concrete makes it to here, that all these automatically fire and push it that way. So we might be able to use an observer for that. So when the block in front of this observer updates, it should get a signal. So let's put our observer facing that way. What happens here if we turn our piston back on? Alright, put a block in front of it. It's not obsidian because that won't move. And if we power this, those should all power, hopefully. That is not what happened. It is detecting the block update, but it's not powering our... And there's a pillager over there, and I need to eat. So we're probably going to have to take him out. Where'd he go? Oh. So what if we take repeaters and put in the back of all these? And then just move our redstone dust back one. Now when we get a block update, okay. And there we might need a comparator, just to make sure it doesn't do that. So let's try this with a comparator there, and then get some more redstone dust because I'm out. Okay, let's update the block. Nothing. How about comparator, repeater, redstone? Okay, so I think I know what's happening here. Each time that piston fires, it's creating another block update, which is creating a perpetual loop, which is making the piston fire again and then doing the same thing again and again and again. So, shut that off for a minute and let me think for a minute, because I'm not sure exactly how we're going to deal with that problem. Okay, now we're getting power to that piston. Shut that off. There's got to be a simpler way to do this. However, as a temporary fix, being able to turn that switch off does help. We're going to need a water source here somewhere. Let's go ahead and box that in so our water source doesn't run everywhere. And if we take that block out, well, that didn't work the way I wanted it to. So I think what we're going to need is a piece of fence right there, most likely. Or not a piece of fence, a sign. That's what we're going to need, is a sign right there. I don't think I have any wood on me, so I'm going to have to go cut a piece of wood somewhere. This little oak tree here looks like a good candidate for that. So we'll put our fence there. And we should be able to fill that in now. And just put our water source right here. Looking into that. And then we're going to have to build back up around, because I just thought of something. Put our concrete there. It's going to destroy our water source. So we're going to need our water source up above. So let's take that out. Put another sign here. Put our water source above that observer. Okay. I don't know if we're going to need a comparator or not. I know we're going to need a repeater right there. So now we get a block update there. This should push. And of course push perpetually. There has got to be an easier way to do this. Let's try something here. Let's put a dot of redstone down there. And a dot of redstone there. Let's try a torch underneath that. Redstone, nope. Put a repeater down there. With a block on top of it. What does that do for us? That locks up our... If we do away with the observer, whoa. We won't be able to put a comparator there, I don't think, because it'll wash away. Okay, so I went ahead and changed something. I moved that up, water source up one block and put a hole here. Now, we should be good to place things all around there now without that water going anywhere. Yeah, okay. That water is now not going anywhere. That was the first problem I was having. Okay, so I've got that one figured out. It was pretty simple. We just put our water stream there, we put our piston there. We don't even need that actually. And then just a torch, redstone dust block, redstone dust. That way anytime something gets tossed in front of there, whoops, our piston's going to push it. So, what happened there? This is the next problem we got to figure out. Because while we could just let that run perpetually, I'm sure eventually it's going to lock up. Like that. Turn that guy off for a minute. So we got this one figured out, now we need to figure that one out. I should have started from the beginning to begin with. Well, other than that, I should have started these feed tapes from the start. But I was trying to work backwards to make sure I knew where everything needed to go. Alright, so now we need to figure out this problem, and I'm wondering if this problem can be done the same way as that one. So let's take all those repeaters out for a minute, fill this in, take our redstone dust out, and see if we can use this little circuit here to do the same thing down here. So we would need our torch right in front of this last piston. We might not even have to use an observer for this, guys. So we'll put our torch right there. Redstone dust and redstone dust. And then we've got to get this line powered here somehow. So probably same thing, we'll like put our repeaters back in place. So now it's all powered. Let's take that out, the block there, with our dust, block here, dust, about like that. There we go. Okay, I don't think I have any concrete powder on me to test that part out with. Although I know it works, because if we take and start throwing in blocks right here, when it gets to the end down there, it should push all those forward. Yep. Okay, so that part's working. Now, we need a circuit from here to our TNT duplicator that's going to make it automatically run whenever all these blocks get down here. Again, this should be another interesting one. So I guess we're going to have to go up and work from up there first. And I fell, and it's time to sleep anyway, so that's alright. Okay, so we can probably take that, oops, take that lever out, because we're going to power that block somehow. And I know one thing we're definitely going to need to power that block is going to be a repeater. So let's build out around here. Power that with a repeater. So we'll put a repeater right here. Dust there. Let's get some glass. Glass there. Dust. Glass there. Dust. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that that's not going to get our signal up there as is, because we've only got the one repeater there and then all this glass going up. Let's toss some things in front of this and see what it does. Yeah, it's not getting up there. Okay, so that idea didn't work. I wasn't getting any kind of reading and power over on this side, so let's try this now. Running out of blocks to test with. Huh. Okay, the observer is giving us a reading off of the piston. So we'll go with that. Okay. Now that we've got power coming through here, we've got to get it up top somehow. Now, I had hoped this was going to work, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 there, 14, 15, 16, so we might need another repeater somewhere. That probably needs to be dust. This probably needs to be our repeater. Will that do it? Let's put a lever in there so we can test this. I can't see anything, but we're not getting any power coming through our... We're not getting any power going to our TNT duper. All those redstone are powered. Whoops. Okay, so looks like we're running out of power right about there. I don't know exactly what we can do about that. Guess we can stick a repeater in somewhere. We've almost got it, guys. Okay, that repeater's getting, or that comparator's getting power, so we're getting power all the way up here. Okay, it moved. It blew up. We have power. So now we should be able to take that out, put a couple dust in here, and start making TNT. Yes, I see TNT falling. Has it destroyed our hoppers? It has not destroyed our hoppers. We need to get out of here for a minute. Oh, we seem to have lost a repeater right here for our piston feed tape. That's alright. Probably washed it away on accident. Uh-oh. Okay. So, we're getting there. We're going to have to build some more obsidian up here to protect our circuitry down here and our pistons. So let me grab some more obsidian. Alright. Hopefully that fixes the problem. So far so good. Looks like most of our stuff that ends up down here is getting destroyed. Along with our hoppers. So that's something we need to contend with real quick. Well, these two we can cover up. I think maybe just some water doesn't cover them all. Alright, so we might need to do something different for collection to protect our hoppers. Okay, there we go, guys. So I had to make it slightly smaller because that hopper in the middle wasn't covered up. Now that hopper's in the wrong place. I need it like right. Guess we could do that. Put another hopper there. And that's two going into the middle now. And hopefully, as long as nothing makes its way over there, and maybe we should just fill that in with something the TNT can bounce off of for now to keep it away from our circuitry over there. Let's get some cobblestone for now or something. Just something to make all the TNT bounce off of. Okay, so that's at the level of the TNT. It should, once it's let go now, not be able to make it up here. We're going to make sure of that. There we go. And I think we're ready to test. Shouldn't make it over here, just in case. We're going to get some obsidian and put over top of this. There we go. And now I'm going to go get a bunch of concrete powder and we're going to test it out. Alright, I've got an inventory full of concrete powder. Just got to figure out why it's going to do that. That's one thing we're going to have to take care of because we don't want it to do that. I think it's a timing thing that it's trying to shove into that piston while that's going on. So short of getting that figured out, we've got it. We just need to figure out the timing here. Because we want to be able to stand here and right click. Holy hell. Did that hurt anything over here? Anyway, as I was saying, we want to be able to stand here and right click and just make TNT. See, that time it didn't lock up. That time it locked up. If we just set all these back a tick, I wonder if that would fix it. Let's try that. Let's put the repeater there instead and see what happens. There we go. That seems to have done it, guys. We believe we have it working now. I think the only thing we've got going now is that TNT is occasionally missing and hitting over here. So I'm going to have to go down and mine out a bunch of obsidian or make a bunch of obsidian somehow and close that in. Other than that, we're going to call this thing done. Because what happened right there was we ran into the obsidian. That's what happened right there. But I'm still going to have to go mine a bunch of obsidian out. So I'm going to have to obsidian under there, and I'm going to have to obsidian along this side. That is not obsidian. And then I'm going to have to build that all the way up. But we do have it working. That's good stuff. Cool. I'm going to have to make sure I'm well protected from the TNT blast though, because that one got me. So, I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. The only other thing I might do to this is put a little dispenser there with concrete so we can stand there and just have concrete constantly dispensed in our hands. But there's the basics of it. I'm going to fill in, go mining, get some obsidian, fill all that in, and box it in right so nothing else gets destroyed. Thank you guys very much for watching. My name's been Simrex. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more like this, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.